Hey guys, it's your host Adrian Babashoff of Up and In It, and I'm giving you guys the tip time tools today. And today's about here are 5 things to get you guys off and running to a simple life. Number 1, the idea versus the reality. This one's very crucial. You got to make sure that your family's on board. You got to make sure that you're on board. And I think that in life, most of us are in love with the idea of things, but not the reality. And I think that we have to choose and we have to learn how to take control of our lives and figure out how we're going to do that and what it's actually going to take and what it looks like. And we definitely need to make sure that your family members are on board and you with yourself as well, which is coming up. How to stay the course. I think that what you need to do is have a plan. There's lots of anxiety. There's a lot of, sometimes I would say, depression and fatigue when you're working so hard to save up money and to get yourself out of this. We didn't get here overnight, and we sure as hell aren't going to get out overnight. This is a process, and you need to ask yourself, am I willing to put in the work? If not, then you just need to keep doing what you're doing and not explore these alternatives. Know your why. And how to know your why is to look at statistics and educate yourself. This is going to also help you to stay the course. You need to look around you at statistics and see how many people are able to successfully retire. What is like for me, the life expectancy of people who retire, or just men in general. And if you look at that, it's like 65 to 72 years old. Most American men die at that age. I forget what the statistics were for women, but they definitely outlive us. And I think that's going to change with all the pressure and stress that women are going to have to go through now that they're coming up in the workforce. And I think we're in for definitely some shifts. Look at how many people are dying of cancer. The rise of cancer by 2020, I think, was crazy. It's supposed to be like 50%. So there's crazy things with our health, crazy things about retirement and money that we need to take a look at and take in consideration and find your why and write it down. This will also help you with the endurance to be able to keep going, to stay the course. Is write it down on your phone. That's what I do. What is my plan? How much money do I have in the bank? Start stashing some money away and watch it start to grow, and keep thinking to yourself, what am I saving this for? Create your why and just keep your focus on that so that you know for yourself where you're going. And then I also like to look at those around me. It's kind of sick, but I kind of laugh when I hear people early in the morning starting up their cars. I get up early because I'm a workaholic, but I watch them going to work, and I see myself not going to work and having my mini retirement, my alternative lifestyle design. I get to do what I want, when I want, how I want. I have full control of my life. And that's a very wonderful thing. But you have to remember to be able to look at something, because sometimes you get blindsided. You start going off in your head about how, I'll give you guys a story. As like, I used to have run crews, and my crews would be eating a hot pastrami sandwich, you know what I mean, with just pickles and stuff in it, and I'm eating a cold tuna sandwich, just trying to save money. And the dialogue in my mind was, I don't deserve this. Look at them. They make way less money than me, and they're eating nice, hot, yummy food. They're treating themselves. But I look and I says, do I want to, in no demeaning way whatsoever, but I knew that I had a goal that I wanted to go on and that I wanted to meet. And when you look at these people, a lot of the norm are spending a lot of money on inconveniences. They're spending their money on conveniences, which actually what you have to take in consideration is that these things are an inconvenience. They're draining your pocketbook, draining your time, your energy over nothing. Full's full. Doesn't matter what you eat. When you're hungry, you eat something and it's full. You feel good. You feel satisfied. So you got to get that mindset in you. You need to explore some alone time. This is number 4. To figure out all the things that we just spoke about, the idea and the reality of how to stay the course and to know your why. You need to have the time, but I think you need to do this by exploring some alone time, and you need to do this for as long as you can endure. I think you need to try to do this for like 2 weeks to a month. I mean, shut off social media, stop talking to your friends as much, stay in touch, of course, your children and loved ones and things like that, but you need to go off by yourself into nature or anywhere, and you need to get past this hurdle. And I trust me, you guys are not going to die. I've been doing it for years. That's why I'm so sane. But you get perspective when you're alone, and you start to, instead of pointing the finger at other people in the world and saying, well, hell, these are the things that are bad and life's happening to me, you come to realize that no, it's not. You're allowing life to happen to you. That's what this show is about. And these tips are to help you to gain control. But it all starts with you in your mind to decide, am I going to live in the rat race or continue with this job that I hate or live this lifestyle that's draining and unfulfilling? And am I willing to go and do something about it? And what is that? What is it that I want? And it's all will be present to you when you do alone time. Believe me, it is very medicinal and very rewarding. And you can, the thing is, you can always go right back to it. Which brings me to my next one. How do you figure out what you want? What you absolutely need in your life? And it kind of coincides with number 4 that I just spoke of. Get rid of everything, I would say. But that's very difficult. I saw a show with this minimalist guy, and what they did is they went into his house and they packed everything he had, everything. Down, I think he left his toothbrush or something. They put it all in boxes, and he tried to see how long could I survive with the minimal amount of things. And what he found is he had his toothbrush, of course, he had his cell phone, he had some pots and pans, and then he just tried to keep everything simple. He didn't get rid of everything, like sell it all. They just put it in storage or put it in a room and left it alone. And what he found was that after weeks of doing this, all those things that he thought was necessary in his life, he didn't really need. And it's a fun experiment, especially for, I think my message goes out to a lot of those people who, of you people who are just suffering and depressed and like, you feel there's no fucking way out. Well, I'm here to tell you there is, with these techniques I'm sharing with you, these 5 techniques. Get rid of those things, and you can, or don't get rid of those things, just store those things someplace and forget about them. And then start decluttering your life. Start decluttering your mind, your soul, your spirit, and gain that momentum. Get that fucking feeling back into you, where the fight, man, where you're like ready to go out there and make your life happen and happen today. So you guys, I hope that this message finds you guys well. This is Tip Time Tools with Adrian Babashoff, Up and In It, where we help you guys live a better life through exploring alternatives to the daily grind, living a better life through liberation and independence, moving from surviving to thriving, and living life raw.